all good. You reminded me I had gum in my mouth. So,
djlonghairorig here in the house. What's up, everyone? Sorry about the tardiness, dude. I've been backed up for like a week, and of course, right before the show, bro. Right before the show, I was like, "Oh, relief!" But damn it, I gotta go. Anyways, whatever. Hey, welcome to the show. Today we're gonna kind of go through a little bit of Bloomberg and then get into our main topic, which of course is how would you make your TCG or CCG. Oh, we do have some guests that are inbound a little bit later in the show, but yeah, we're okay here. Let's say hi to some peeps in chat. Hello, SolarGod. What is good? Bruh. How's it going, Mono?
It's going great. You know, we were playing a little mini game of Family Feud with the top 5 answers on the board of why DJ Longhair was running late. And the reason you gave, I believe, was the number 1 answer, but I was rooting for answer number 3.
Technically, it was the number 2 answer, but yes.
Hey, but I got it right.
Yeah, no, honestly, and I've been, oh man, I've been fighting this thing this last few months, bro. It's been stressful AF. So I think that's reflected on my Tuesday show. Anyone that caught that second one, oh boy. But rest assured, all the winners did win their stuffs, and I was just kind of rushing. I was like, "Yeah, let's get her done. We got the last donation in, and let's go." But yeah, probably bad timing. Oh well. Okay, though. Waffles, how you doing, buddy?
Well, you're doing a lot better than I am because I'm trying to pass a kidney stone.
Oh, snap.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Woke up Wednesday morning, like Tuesday night, writhing in pain in my abdomen, and my wife took me to the ER, and they're like, "Yeah, you have a 3mm kidney stone." So I'm like, "Cool."
I have similar symptoms, but every time they say no, it's not. I'm like, okay, well.
Well, it could have been
side,
intestinal blockage, appendicitis, or the kidney stone, and they were like, "Nope, it's kidney stone."
Why couldn't it be on a Rosetta one?
So now it's learning a language?
Oh, right? Yeah, exactly. Learn. No, anyway. TCG dude, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right, bro. I'm over here playing Final Fantasy 14, doing a PvP while I was waiting. We're almost done. Okay. My team's winning. So
yeah.
Don't talk to me. Let me focus. Just kidding.
Oh man, I hear you. It's like getting old sucks, dude. I don't want to be talking about this crap.
Right? No. Seriously though, I feel you.
Speaking of which, Posy Brown, bro. Yeah, bad pain. Oh man, I'm sorry, brother. You're kind of going through it, little emotional. So, but yeah, SolarGod, what's up? I got to get through my clips. Dan was supposed to be here. I don't know what he's doing. All right. Investable. You're gonna be a granddaddy. Well, congratulations, my friend. Holy hell! Not ready for it. Dude, I hear that. Yeah, don't turn these stones into pearls. Right? I know. Just pass the stone real quick so I can cover this meal. What? Oh, nothing.
My friend Waffles is so uptight. You could stick a lump of coal up his rear, and in 2 weeks you'd have a diamond.
You know what's funny is I was thinking that same fucking saying for you.
Really?
Yeah, no, I was legit thinking
easy.
that. And he's saying it.
You lost the game, bro. Not even 4:03. Dang it, Bobby. Not even 4 minutes, man.
What the hell?
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, but big congrats going out to Investable there. Hell yeah, man. All right. So it's so weird. People are freaking out, and this is a standard set. But we knew it was going to drop hard. But do you think that the anime cards, Mono, are going to hold on to anything, or do you think that's just all going to drop?
So I could say that this is the first time I remember.
Oh, yeah. Cheers, everyone.
Yes. Being so highly anticipated. Everyone's excited about it. Then we get the full spoiler list, right? We get all the cards, and everyone's still excited about it. And then the actual cards are released, and like overnight, it was just everyone's mad. I think it's because a lot of it's the drop rates, but really, when you look at the cards, there's maybe only like 3 right now that are worth $20. And so, yeah, the waifu stuff or whatever, the anime, that has its own baked-in audience. So if the meta comes out and those cards turn out to be something that are used, then I think that would be, then their prices could go back up. But it was like we all knew the set was supposed to be this fun thing. You've got squirrels and raccoons and yay. And then we all looked at the cards and it was like, yay. And everyone starts opening the cards. They're like, this is bull crap, man. So it was the first time I've really seen everyone's emotions take this roller coaster ride.
You must be
right.
Normally people are just pissed and they stay pissed. No, this was a time I've never seen such elation and then instantly go down, especially after all the cards were released.
And they're not bad cards. I mean, I guess I just have the veil of squirrel in my face. So I'm like, I want all the damn squirrels. But when you say drop rate, I think it's been worse. No,
terrible, right? The rares.
I mean, we're talking. We're talking worse than draft packs, right? I mean, it's
what are we
really
talking
tough
numbers
to get
wise? What's the percentage?
Now you say drop rate, and like I'm thinking, no, play boosters made it harder. No.
Well, the numbers on the new packs are to get 4 rares in a pack, they just say less than 1% chance, right? So infinitesimal. And to get 3 rares in a pack, they're saying a 1% chance. Okay. But it's 3 rares, but then 2% chance was still pretty low, right? I mean, it was, and they reduced the odds of that happening from the previous set by like 30% or something like that. So the numbers are out there, but across the board, getting the better pulls has been, to get the rares, everything has been rarer than it has been in the past. And I think people are kind of doing the math and looking at value and everything else. And half the people I say, chill out, buddy, grab a beer, and the other half are, not every set has to be uber power, and other people are feeling ripped off. I just
wasn't MH3 like 6% for 3 rares or something like that?
Yeah. I haven't looked at the MH3 like prices.
It was much higher. It was much higher than Bloomborough. I know that. For a fact.
It was. I mean, it was scaled back compared to the set boosters, I think. I mean, set boosters when MH2, they were like,
that was like
I don't know,
10%.
it just seemed like, it was like 10%. I mean, they're really milking it, and especially on an expensive set.
I can see why they did it like as high as like 6% for MH3, because you are paying for a premium product, and they want you to not feel so bad for spending $250 for a play booster. But if you look at let's just look at standard sets like OTJ and Murders and all that.
I'll be right back.
They didn't really have, I've opened a ton of packs from both of those, and they didn't really have high pull rates either. I think they were probably 3 or 4%, but it's a standard set. And to be real, I think they're still testing numbers and everything, because play boosters, this is only the 4th set to have play boosters in it. So I think they're still trying to find that sweet spot to where they can get just enough money without you feeling bad about spending it. Is I think the biggest thing is what Wizards is trying to do. Now, as far as we go, we want to spend as much money or spend as little as money possible to get the most value. So you have these two sides warring together, and of course, we're going to get upset if we feel like we're getting ripped off, and WOTC's going to get upset if they feel like they're getting ripped off. So we all got to find that happy medium, which never is going to happen. But realistically, I hate play boosters. I don't think they ever should have done them. I think they should have just done away with set boosters, went back to regular draft boosters, and made them $100 instead of doing this stupid chimera of, hey, let's try to mix all of this together to make it one product.
Yeah, I mean, if we were at least draft and we got our 1 rare or mythic per pack, it just, oh man, I just feel like, yeah, they milk the set, milk the hype, and then just play booster wise, it's collector or bust now. I mean, you cannot. I mean, you should never expect to get 100% value, but usually you would get maybe, 60, 75 back, right? Percent back, maybe. But I mean, you have people that are disappointed, so disappointed that they're getting like less than the 5 mythics, right? And less than their value back for sure out of the box. Now I have not opened one yet.
Even
I'm
collector
still,
is terrible.
yeah,
Like you look at
really,
like Karlov Manor. Like people were
Mhm.
spending like 200 on collector boxes and getting $100 back. I mean, those things have tanked in value, but they're slowly creeping back up because I'm going to keep preaching this. Murders of Karlov Manor is a great set, and people are undervaluing it. Those surveil lands are creeping to like $20 a piece. And because they're the new lands, like the new real estate for standard, those surveil lands are going to all push $15, $20 or more in the coming year if they don't come out with a new land cycle in the upcoming sets or reproduce a land cycle. But like boxes are only like $80 to $90 for a play booster for Karlov Manor. Like if I had money, I'd buy a case of them right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel you
I'm
on that
gonna
one,
recheck that. I think that's a really good tidbit of information. And when it comes to Bloomborough too, we just cycled out, right? So who's to say as we get more new cards coming to standard in the following sets to get more, maybe some of these cards in Bloomborough are actually hidden gems, right? Like we just don't know how well they're going to work with the coming out cards.
Yeah.
So Karlov, that's interesting.
Like OTJ, same thing. I did a video, like my last video I just uploaded. I talked about all of this where the land cycles we're losing versus the land cycles we still have. And so the fast lands in OTJ are like $1 to $3 a piece. And that's relatively, like, I remember when Spire Bluff canals used to be like $20 and now they're like $2-3 a piece. Like that's insane to think about. And so with the upcoming standard seasons, those things are going to creep in value to $5 to $10 a piece. I guarantee it. And so because Bloomborough didn't really give us any new land cycles other than like those little monocolored weird creature lands that are, I think they're uncommon. I mean, those are nice, but they're not a build around like the Triomes were from SNC or, the lands from Val and Innistrad, those were just so good. So we need something, and that's where Surveil and the fast lands come in.
Dan, the cowboy man.
Hey. Sorry, I've been having trouble getting into the StreamYard for some reason.
That's weird because you have admin, right? So I didn't change.
Yeah, I was like trying for like 20 minutes.
Weird, man. So I actually had to send you the link.
Yeah, you actually had to send me the link to get in.
Oh, does that mean that you have to get the link to Jesse? It should be.
I went back to hit the link from Jesse because for some reason my regular go into StreamYard was not working.
Was the link I put in the other thing not working? Did you try that or in locale community?
Yeah, it wasn't working. That's the one that wasn't working.
Oh, weird. Okay. I'll go ahead and post there again. I know that most can't make it. Let's see. Not the same link. That's weird. All right.
I got to send the link to Jess as well.
Yeah, it's the same one. It seems to be working.
Yeah, it's the same one. I'm sending it to her right now. I'm sorry though. It was just frustrating. I was losing my mind.
You're good. You're good.
I was losing my mind. I thought I was going crazy.
Nah, you're good, bro. I don't know. We'll have to look into that later, I guess. So what are we looking at here, TCG dude?
Thank you for asking. All right, so viewers, everybody curious as to why the heck we've been staring at 5 rares for probably 5 minutes.
I see a squirrel, so that's the only thing I'm looking at. Oh, and the bat's cool.
Yeah, no, this was actually, believe it or not, all out of one play booster pack from my pre-release kit recently. Yeah, so I believe pull rates was mentioned earlier.
Yeah, you got the less than 1%. That was
You pulled 5 rares in one pack.
One pack, and it's the Lord that buffs all these other mofos. And the dude sitting across from me, who's a local shark, I'm talking, he's a first placer in every event practically, right? Got 2 packs with 5 rares. Guess who got first place in that event?
You did.
You did.
No, the dude with plus 10 rares. I wish I went 2-2. I went 2-2. And admittedly, I may or may not have eked an accidental cheaty win because apparently this Valley Rock caller says other squirrels, bats, lizards, and rats you control. It doesn't count itself. Whoops.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. It was an honest accident. You know what I'm saying? We were all having a good time. It's a good set, but
you pointed out in the first game, but kept going. No, I was kidding.
But
hey, how was the rest of the pre-release kit?
It was pretty mid until the last pack. Actually, last card was a foil Maha. So I was like, all right, bet, get a bird to get buffed up by the Lord here, and turn all my opponents' toughness 1. Oh, it was great in a draft setting, bro, or a sealed environment, whatever. Bet. Overall, really fun experience. I was gonna make a shorter little reel about that, never got to that, but just as proof that it's out there, guys. You can get 5 rare packs, and like it kind of brings up the whole discussion of power level and how play boosters have affected draft and sealed environments, and how a lot of people feel that RCQ entries are typically sealed environments, and this completely disrupts that whole process, makes it not fair, the playing level, or the playing field rather.
No, I understand that. That's weird.
Well,
man.
Technically it is fair because everybody has the chance to open like this. It just doesn't mean that you might not.
Right. Yeah. The likelihood is not there, but you that's a fair point, Waffles.
Yeah. But you're saying the collectors suck too. Like, why are you saying that, Waffles?
So a lot of the value now, like you were saying earlier, it's collector or bust. Like if you open up a play booster, you don't have a chance at any of the anime, raised glitter, confetti, blow, special ink, whatever type card. Like the only way you can get it is through collector. So, or like serialize or anything like that. So now you're looking at, do I go and buy a collector booster lottery ticket to hope to pull a $500 to $1,000 card? And if I don't, am I okay with spending $190 to $260 for $100 worth of value? Because this goes into like back in the day when you opened like 7th edition or anything like that, you pulled a foil. It was like, oh my God, like you pulled a foil rare. It was worth some money. Now you pull a foil rare, they're actually worth less than the normal version sometimes.
Isn't that messed up?
There's no actual value. There's no premium value to a foil or borderless or some of these other cards because, like, for instance, in the new set, let's take the Grizzly Bear has like 7 different versions of it. So if you pull a normal Grizzly Bear mythic, it's worth like, I'm just throwing a random number, like $1. But if you get the anime special glitter, have it all over your face, it's $500. But are you gonna pull that?
Which,
probably not.
Perfect segue for having it all over your face. Tuffy, what's up, man?
Hey.
Huge congrats.
What's up?
Huge congrats, bro. He just popped out a kid.
Oh, beautiful one too.
Yes. Nice. And I'm sorry if we got off on a bad foot there, Tuffy. There was something going on when we were talking about sponsorships and other things. I was just kind of going off on my own little tangent. It wasn't anything towards you at all, actually. So I hope there wasn't any confusion there.
No, it was like, not at all. I totally understood everything you were saying. Like believe me.
it was just kind of funny. I'm like, I hope you didn't take this wrong. I was just kind of going off on a tangent, but not like directed at you at all or what you were offering or anything. I was just like, it was just something that had come up. Yeah, okay, cool, man.
Everything's Gucci.
Oh, good. Okay.
I seen you guys. Yeah, right. Yeah, I seen you guys talking about Bloomborough and as soon as you started talking about like foils and how they're not worth as much anymore and like the alternate cards, I came from back in the day when that stuff wasn't around. Like I started playing back in Invasion, and
nice.
foils were special. Like a 7th edition foil Birds of Paradise when that first came out, I think it was like $100, and but they've made it to where everything is special, so nothing is special.
Exactly. That's been our argument here for a while. Also, just want to introduce Jesse Halewheeler. Welcome. You're part of the player community for Locale. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Just trying
Awesome.
to upload my picture. It doesn't seem to want to work at the moment.
Then turn on your camera.
I don't have a camera.
Gotcha.
Well, not one set up for streaming. Anyway.
Prime, same day delivery to.
Yeah, right.
Wait,
might take
she's
a minute.
In the UK.
Where are
Do
you
they
coming
have
from?
an Amazon Prime in the UK?
Yeah, we got Prime in UK.
That was really, Amazon is like everywhere. I'm sure they even have it in the jungle.
Yeah, they just don't have air conditioning.
Yeah, and
deliver it on horseback.
Tuffy, it's kind of funny because we were talking about a affiliate link, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I'll want one eventually. I just, whatever. And then Solar said, dude, I bought like 5 or 10 of the things. I'm like, God dang it.
Oh, and I bought some.
Yeah,
you could have had me buy some from your affiliate link too if you had it.
Oh, right. I know. And I'm like, afterthought, I'm like, oh, well, that would have made sense. But of course, nothing works that way for me. But yeah, Solar bought a bunch from you guys. So hell yeah.
Tuffy and the boys hooked us up. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we try. I will say this in all transparency. Basically, when people use our affiliate links, the affiliate gets a cash kickback. Generally, we pay out once a week. Maybe once every couple of weeks, depending on the amount. But yeah, so we really want to, say thank you to the people that support us. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's a good way to go about it. It was just funny because I went on my tangent, and you could have we could have had that already, and whatever. It's
I've been busy at the hospital too, so
yeah.
It's been a crazy week. It has been a crazy
I hear
week.
you, bud. So, Waffles, sorry about I had to introduce our guest here. But carry on, sir, please.
It's your show.
Well, you know what I mean. Yeah. I had to pause for a minute.
Yeah. And like he was saying with the 7th edition birds foil, I mean, even uncommons and commons in the foils had value. Like there was some commons that were pushing $5-10 as a foil.
Foil Psychotron, Circular Logic, that kind of stuff. Even counterspells back in the day. And now there's a million different foil counterspells, and it's like I look at it and I'm like, oh, I bet that's worth like $10. No, it's worth like 75 cents. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
I went for these food calls. Nope. These were, with Bloomborough foils on commons, There's you're really right about these Stronghold Gambit. These older foils, they're even uncommon cards, but they were like super rare. And I think a lot of people miss that. You can pick these up for $8, $10, $12. But when you really look at the math of how many are actually out there, there can be under 20,000 of them, and how many are sitting and sealed, how many will never leave somebody's binder forever and ever until they die, and the ex-wife, just burns those things in effigy and stuff. There's a ton of money. And actually, I'll give you all, since you're here, a little spoiler on this. I saw a graded foil 7th edition, a graded 9 Final Fortune on eBay, and on a lark, I bet $1,000 on it because they're worth like $3,000. and I freaking won at $955. It's a great price, and the girl is pretty sore at me right now, but I'll definitely be showing that when we get it. But these older foils, you're 100% correct. I think that it's a real missing out there that people don't pay attention to it, and to me, it's sort of like the extension of the reserve list, because they really are their own thing, and they were printed better, right? They didn't really like crinkle and or kringle and do all that stuff. Yeah.
Real quick, I want to say hi to Dave and Solar.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Dave. Hi, Dave. SolarGod.
Yeah.
Nice.
So here's another question for you, guys. Before we get into our main topic, that's why Tuffy and Jesse are here. So the fact that they dialed down the percentage of pulls. Now there's 3 cases where you do get 5 rares in a pack, but it's not common. I mean, most packs are like 1 or 2 rares now. Should that drive the price up because it's harder to get, or no? I mean, that's what I'm a little confused about, because I'm seeing regular standard dropping, a price and whatnot, and we're barely at release. Tomorrow's release, so we're already hitting. Like before, it used to be you want to sell during the pre-release, like hopefully get early sell out of the pre-release, but now it's just like by the time releases, everyone's pretty much has their set already, so it's like the value goes down. I would guess. I don't know, but should that raise if it's harder to pull, it should be more expensive, no?
Yeah, of course. Like, I mean, like back in the day, back in Onslaught, the fetch lands, at first they weren't actually very valuable, but people started catching on to them and everything. But I mean, you'd get like 1 to 2 per box, and they were some of the most expensive cards in the set. But it's rarity and playability. So if you're on average getting like a certain card 1 out of every 2 boxes, then the price is going to be fairly high, just like Mythics. Mythics back when they first came out, they were fairly high priced, $20 to $50 tops. But it's all about rarity and playability.
I know so many famous people in chat. Hell yeah! What's up, Baghead? How you doing? Try not to spend too much on MTG. Have 3 cases of Sorcery Therian Legends coming in October. Nice. Well, we are planning very loosely, Tuffy. I am moving forward. We are going to have a play night here on the channel, just coordinating our ducks, basically. So look forward to that, because I do want to learn the game for sure. So, and because it's a furry set, I had to use fur. Come on. But anyway, but I look forward to the play night, and I hope to be working with you guys, as well as a few other TCGs. I can manage to go, hey, we have a show here. Local's been on here, and we always looking for new guests. One of these days, Nick's Strength of Pokemon will come on over, but I don't know. It's like the memo was lost or something.
Here's a spoiler. So a spoiler, if you look at my image right there, my profile pic, that is a card that's going to be in the Nick Strength and Power mini set that we do.
Oh, nice.
That's the awesome. Muscles. I see.
And I think I got a preview, Tuffy, of a while back of the uber super scary golden squirrel and acorn. That's the set I'm in, right?
Yep. Nice. We'll be doing some promo cards with you. Like that's what I like to do, is like, the community, we're all about supporting it, and especially the people that support us, that sort of thing. So yep.
Awesome. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I gotta learn the game though, so I know how to play me.
In all honesty, like Lolcal, if you're a Magic player, you'll be able to catch on really quick. One of the big differences between Magic and us is the resource cards that Magic uses as lands. Well, we use tapes, and so you have a tape deck and you have a main deck, and every turn you get a tape. So it's kind of like a mix of Hearthstone too.
Okay.
But there's no land screw, land flood, which is I'm sure all the Magic players here are going to say that's probably one of the worst things about Magic is getting land screwed or land flooded. So
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's the best part of the game.
Yeah, I look forward to it every time. Yeah. Oh, I can't play. This is amazing.
Playing against a 10-year-old girl and she whips your ass 3 games straight. That would also be a terrible one. Yeah.
Yep. Right. Yeah. Oh, are you getting? Oh, see, Solar. Okay, I need that link because Solar's gonna make sure I'm good on purple drinks for a while by buying your stuff. He's asking about the play mats for locale.
Oh yeah, we will have some more soon. So we released initially 50 of each 3 different versions, and each of those were serialized too, just for a little bit more collectability. But we will have some more here within the next couple months, and we'll have 3 brand new different images. They're going to be even better than before. So
nice. Yeah, and the other thing too, Tuffy, when we do get our ducks in a row, if you make a squirrel mat, I want one, and I need everyone of the crew to sign it. I think that'd be badass.
Yeah, we'll definitely do something like that. I mean, since now we're gonna have squirrels in the game, why not, right?
Hell yeah! Can't wait. What do you think about squirrels in the game, there, Jesse?
Squirrels? Oh, you can never have enough squirrels.
Yeah.
What color squirrels? Are we the gray squirrels or the red squirrels?
Well, we got a preview for a golden one, but I think that's going to be a full. Yeah. So we might have regular ones. I don't know. It's all in Tuffy's head right now. So
you're muted, Dan.
What happened?
I accidentally muted myself. I said, Tuffy,
okay.
Do you have the picture of the squirrel right offhand? We can present it.
I don't actually. I'm on my phone, sitting in the hospital parking lot right now. So.
Oh, you know what? I can grab it. This squirrel's amazing. So just give me a minute here.
This is an insane golden squirrel.
Well, I'm actually. So that was more of a concept.
Yeah,
we can show it to people, but we are having an artist draw it.
Okay.
But yeah, that one was an AI image, just a kind of that's kind of what we do is like we make a AI image sometimes of a concept and then pass it on to an artist and be like, hey, something like this, and then they make it super badass. So
all right, let me see. Oh, cool.
What are they charging you for a card image, if you don't mind me asking?
I can't disclose it.
Okay.
But we do actually work really well with our artists where basically they own the rights of the images. Okay. So they get paid again when we do reprints and that sort of thing.
Okay. That makes sense.
Magic used to do that, right? Wizards used to do that, and they stopped, and they wanted to actually own like the original artwork. And then a lot of very famous artists that were doing Wizard stuff, they rolled on out. Because that's normally kind of a line in the sand, is that the original print is theirs, and then certainly if you by de facto, then if you're going to use it again, they would get paid again, and so Wizards kind of pulled away from that, and so it's good on you, is what I'm saying. That you're working with them on that sort of thing. It's really fair, and I think that'll probably bring better and better talent to your game as it continues to expand. Artists will get the message and they'll want to participate. So I think it's a smart move.
Yeah, we really want to.
This is like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we really want to support our artists. So like we're like, okay, you have the rights to the image. We're just purchasing the rights and everything for the sets that we publish the images in. But they can make their own merch, that kind of stuff with the images and make some extra money on the side because we're not big enough to where we're like, okay, we're going to pay you a salary or, something like that to our artists. I mean, we're a company still getting off the ground, but But in the meantime, I'm like, when we do conventions, we're going to invite our artists. We're not charging them a penny. We're not taking any of the money that they make, and we're giving them spots in their booth to, do whatever they want. So I really do appreciate artists. I honestly, like, for many years, I didn't really pay too much attention to the artwork on cards. Like, I would just look at the name and be like, okay, I know what that card does. And then when I was into MetaZoo and kind of seeing like how the artists became really big and that sort of thing. And then after I left, I was like, a lot of artists in the indie space get ripped off by a lot of companies. There's one indie game that I'm not going to name, but their first set was drawn by almost entirely by one single artist. And they literally paid for like a third of the pieces, and they gave them like $20 per art piece for ownership and full rights of the images. And I was like, that is insane. So artists really put a lot of work on this stuff, and we just, we want to treat people right. That's all I want to do is, like, treat people right, people the way I want to be treated, and that sort of thing. So,
that's what I was saying about the scroll too. It definitely has like some Kaladesh feels to it, because the metallic and all that. It's pretty dope. Yeah. Oh, he knows the game he's speaking about. Okay. Huh.
That squirrel was absolutely badass.
Yeah, it is. It's so awesome. I gotta see it again.
My wallet already.
Yeah, right. Like, oh, dude. He'd be like the one of the set or something.
He looks like the ShamWow guy saying, "You're gonna love my nuts."
That's right.
we need to make a squirrel nest and everything else, with squirrels getting into the game. So.
Hell yeah.
Well, we know
dude, I can't wait. Hey, Ace, what's up, man? Let me or Dan know if you want to join. We're gonna get into our main topic. We are joined by the co-creator, Tuffy, and one of their first players, Jesse. And today we're going to be talking about how would you set up your TCG or CCG. And this could be business side. This could be gameplay. It's kind of an open question. But, we all kind of bitch and praise, and mainly bitch about Wizards. But I guess the question would be, if you do like the game and like that, how would you do it differently? So kind of an open-ended question. Mano, if you and Thalid got together and said, we're just going to make TCG or CCG, how would you go about doing it, you think?
Well, I mean, I think the style of CCG, like a card game that I had always thought was kind of cool. And for a while I was working on a mobile app game for it. I want to take the crime genre and kind of have right. So instead of Colors of Mana or whatever, you would have like the Italian mafia and the Central American cartels and the inner city gangs. You know what I mean? And so you'd have cards like that. And instead of mana, you would have cred. And, then you have like aggression and diplomacy for like your attack and defense things like that, and work it that way. And the only other mechanic that I really thought would be kind of cool, and is something that I'm kind of waiting for Wizards to maybe come up with, and it's a little bit hard because, you each bring your own decks, but a way to be able to have like a community event, like a third pile that kind of comes out there, that cards come in that all the players or the two players would have to deal with, right? And if I was going to really try to get this created or anything, and I'll mention a little bit more specifics later, but I would run after Kickstarter, as much as I hate their commissions that they take, right? But the thing is that it's a lot of people are really building up their customer base or fan base when you do it that way, right? Because when people open their wallet, the amount of money that comes out of a wallet is actually way, way less important than the fact that the wallet came out of the pocket or purse, right? So if people feel that there's any value, if there's $1 of value, that's 90% of your way, versus if it was $10 or $100 or whatever. And so people come to Kickstarter and they give you $1 or $5 or something small. They're now invested in what you're doing.
Yeah.
And, tough, even though you have a game that's launched, I mean, maybe a big expansion or something like that. I don't think there's anything that closes it off from running a Kickstarter in that way. And so for me, in terms of marketing, that would be the first place that I would run to. And then the next thing, if I had any contacts to be able to do it, would be to the artists. If I could find like one kind of famous artist that you could bring on board in like a partnership way that truly has a large following, that would be something I would look at. But then the other thing I would do outside of that is there is so much talent out there in the world. If I couldn't do that part or enough of that, I would really run after like just a massively diverse style of artwork that would come out, with the cards to get it going. So those would be my initial thoughts. I mean, I think we can, kind of keep filling in details as we go along. But I mean, I'll pass the torch, or you can ask me a question, about it.
Yeah, so it's funny that you mentioned that because I was thinking of an actual board game. And at the time, I was making some headway to meet some actual peeps so I can study on it. Because you have the different ranks and stuff like that within, the capo and stuff like that.
Oh, you were going to like go behind the scenes in Crime Families? They were going to give you some access and kind of tell you how their lives work?
Almost. Almost. I was close. I was super close though. Yeah, but
Mono's feeding you ideas there. Mono's feeding you ideas.
Oh no! I've had this idea. I talked to you about it way back when, actually, Dan. You have the board.
No, I mean behind the scenes part that he was just saying. That's you can add that to your thing. He just fed you an idea.
Oh yeah. No, I was actually trying to meet some of these peeps. Didn't have much luck, but it's all right. It was just an idea that you would go up in rank as you're playing, and you had to. It was kind of like a turf war type game that I was thinking about, but never got there though. But I'm just saying that's kind of funny because that's kind of where I was going too. That's amazing. Waffles.
So I'm going to take from the player perspective here. So if you do release sets, do not fatigue your audience like Wizards has been doing. I preach this all the time about Wizards. It's good to have sets come out. It's good to add new elements to the game and to kind of spice things up. But if you want to really capture your player base, and this is even for like collectors too, and I'll get to this with collectors, but for the players themselves, to be able to come out with a set and let them play with it and work with it and do what they need to do to learn the game and learn the aspects of what's going on, people will get excited when you have a spoiler season. Nowadays, nobody gets excited for spoilers. Like I'm like, oh God, there's another spoiler. And then 2 weeks later, oh, spoiler for this. Oh, spoiler for this, because there's so much coming out that I can't even get excited for anything because it's like, oh, now we're doing Assassin's Creed, or oh, we're doing this, oh, we're doing that. Oh, next week it's Ghostbusters. Like, I don't really care at this point. But the thing is do not fatigue your audience. And second, with the collector base, when you do come out with a set, I'm telling you, less is more. Do not make 17 copies or different versions of one card for every card in the set. Collectors are getting very, very upset with the fact that they have to collect 17 versions of the same card. Now, if you want to do like a regular version and a foil version and maybe like a collector version, I would stop at 3 different versions. You have a regular, a foil, and like a collector version, and that's it. I wouldn't go any further than that because it dilutes the card pool. It dilutes the different versions. You have people out there like me who are super picky, and if I open one version, I have to go get that version because it annoys the crap out of me to have a borderless, a extended art, a regular. Like, no, it has to be one or the other. Like, not all cattywampus cornucopia. So for like the actual sets themselves, that would be my like way of kind of like giving you some advice on it. But then if you get into like the gameplay aspect, Wizards had a really good model with the Grand Prix circuit. And then I don't know what they thought. I don't know. Maybe it was, I know what it is. It's money, which it sucks that everything comes down to money, but that's the main reason why they killed the GP circuit, is because they were losing money on it, when really I don't think they were, but they were either breaking even or maybe losing a little bit. But it helped the ecosystem of the entirety of trading, collecting, everything, because people showed up to these events. They talked to everybody. They made friendships. They traded. The vendors sold. There was so much volume being passed around and moved around that it helped the ecosystem of the trading card game itself. And so if you were to get to a point where you have competitive gameplay, I would make it to where you focus on rewarding these players that are playing your game and coming to these events to try to reach a pinnacle, which is like, for instance, Worlds for Magic. So like you have these series of tournaments and events and everything, and everyone's showing up and enjoying the atmosphere, because it's really what 90% of it was the atmosphere of coming and being competitive and playing against other people that love the game just as much as you, and seeing how much you can grow and learn. And it was a fun, I don't want to say networking, but it kind of was atmosphere. Yeah. And so you learn, you team up, you make friends, you come up with new strategies, and it just adds another element to the game that you love to play and collect.
Nice.
That was my
favorite answer. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
No, I was just going to say that was my favorite thing about traveling around the U.S. playing Magic tournaments for many years, was, going to the Grand Prix and regionals and, all that stuff, meeting new people. And, maybe some of those people became, one of your 10 roomies that would stay in a 2-bed hotel room.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right. I mean, I started playing in Onslaught, and I think my first GP was... it was I think it was way before Lorwyn block even, but I remember getting into it. It was GPLA. I think it was like 05 or 06 that I started. And then I just, from there, I ran away and just kept going to GPs. I mean, I would, like you were saying, I would call up people, be like, hey, you guys I'll sleep on your floor and I'll give you $20 to stay in your hotel room. Like that was the fun part of it. Yeah.
Well, so in answer earlier to Mono and whatnot about saving my life, dude, I would have been shot because, I would have gone in there trying to act Italian.
Hey, forget about it.
Yeah, you're good.
Like Billy Crystal in the, what was that, Robert De Niro thing where he plays this shrink and he just does such a terrible job trying to be a gangster?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Wizards could do, Waffles. Wizards could do a Vegas tournament for 10 million, just like they do with Texas Hold'em. Charge $2,500, $5,000, $10,000. You would get people from all over the world that would just kind of a week long Swiss rounds, slowly having the winners advance the next week's rounds, just go on and on and on. They could make just a killing on it. Would go on ESPN and so on. But it would be massive. Ace is commenting there too. You know what I mean? You just have this corporation. Too many of them are from like the video game and digital world, things like that. And they're freaking dorks. You know what I mean? They just don't understand about getting out there and shaking people's hands and getting and really mixing with everybody. So I think that would be incredible. They would do that. And by the way, some people don't know this distinction, but Wizards doesn't own the format of Commander. Right? Like there's a separate body that can do that. And I don't think it necessarily even has to be Wizards that has to sanction a tournament like that. I kind of almost keep wondering. There's a couple of billionaires floating around, these Bitcoin millionaires and stuff that played MTGO, were buying Bitcoins for 12 cents back in the day, who could probably sponsor something like that. Every time I see one, I'm like, you need to go do one of these in Vegas. Yeah, it would turn the game on its head.
You could even get David Williams, the big poker player, David Williams, and there's a couple others that I know because I actually, his signature is on this playmat. David Williams is an avid poker player, but also an avid Magic player, and I'm sure if you could get him on board and a couple others, that idea could definitely go off somewhere.
I mean, you have Khaled come out, do a concert while we're all there. I mean,
Another one.
Yeah. Right, that's it. We're all going to Vegas again next year. We're doing our own tournament.
That's right. All right. So I was gonna say here. Oh yeah. I'm finding the link for you guys, but tomorrow, we are actually doing the rest of the purple wheel. If you guys were there for Tuesday, it became a total shiznet show, but all the winners did win, and we are going to finish off the loaded squirrel tomorrow. But also the drawing for the play booster packs will be tomorrow as well. Same time, 8 p.m. Eastern. 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. See who won all the goodies from the Loaded Squirrel. We did close it out. The presentation was horrible, but we're going to go ahead and finish it. So if you guys were confused about any of that, I do have the sheet for who won what. I'll go ahead and share that right now. So if you guys are in the Loaded Squirrel, again, thank you so much for your support. Sorry, the ending is a little whack, but it is there. So let me show you guys the results thus far. And congrats, Mono. You won some good stuff. Yeah. And so did Thallid. Hey. Yeah. So here's the winners that we got going on right now. I hope you guys can see it. I know the fonts, I can only bump it up to 11 to fit it all in here. But so those are all the winners for the green wheel and the VIP list wheel. We still have to draw for the final super value wheel. So we'll go ahead and knock that out tomorrow. Also, congrats to Sandy Hoy winning the Solitude. That was pretty sick. And then everyone that got into our channel exclusive game called Demon Games. It is a game that I am developing actively. We try to basically the only way to get in is if you get in on one of my crazy pull games. So there it is. All the people that made it, congrats. We'll have that sometime next week as well. But yeah, we're what happened?
Hey, am I looking at this right? So, like, did I win the Sylvan Library foil? Is that what I'm seeing on the right side there?
No. See how the winner list, you have Caustic winning the awesome Discord foil, and then Twiddler's Place. Yeah, you're looking at the demon list there. You
I'm
made
looking
it
at
the demon games. So you made it in the demon games.
Oh, we'll be next week. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I got the Proving Ground, right? Over on the far left as an example.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, great. No, it's cool. Yep. All right.
Yeah. So I just want everyone to know we're still good. Everything's fine. It's just the presentation was horrid. My bad. So good times. We lost Tuffy. Okay. Hey, Daniel Terry, been a minute. Welcome. All right. And Ristic Study is still, up for grabs. If you're on that list, you still have a chance at it. And also the old school, it's beat up, but still worth money. The big card, the Sliver Queen is still on the chopping block. So someone's going to luck out and win that as well. So, good times. I just wanted to address that. So,
hey, can I throw more money?
It's not beat up. It's not beat up. It's well played.
Well loved is what we say.
Well loved.
Well loved.
Yes.
Well loved.
What were you gonna say?
Are all the slots taken, or is there still a possibility to increase your odds on that Sliver Queen?
What's on the list? That's it. The chances to get in on it, like I said, the game's closed out. So
okay.
Yeah, you did, bro. You did. Congrats. So yeah, again, the presentation was horrid, but it's all right. We are still spinning out, and we're gonna also spin out for the people that have jumped in on. It's a free giveaway. If you guys want some Bloomburrow packs, I need to give you guys the link for that. I'll go ahead and post that. Well, I asked TCGDude, or actually no, let's pick on Hail Wheeler. Jesse, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. How would you make your game? Or you have any ideas on that?
Being a player and all.
I mean, I joined. I got to join the Discord, and then it was mostly the community that kind of kept me interested in locale. And then I started playing from that. So, I mean, I'm not sure what I do for my own, it would probably involve cats because.
Oh, there you go.
Everything involves cats around here, so you know.
Right. Now that's actually perfect. And there's a lot of cat games, but I mean, you get a good artist and some awesome cats, dude. It'll sell itself.
I think personally, I probably also want to kind of involve disability in it, just because that's kind of, you know, part of me is. I don't define myself by my wheelchair or anything, but it is part of my life. So something, and the cat's always. I mean, my eldest is currently sitting on it now. They always take over my wheelchair 2 seconds after I get off it.
Right. So, you're like, dang it.
Yeah, I feel like it'd have to be something with like cats and wheelchairs or something. I'm not sure how it would work, but
that should be the name, cats and wheelchairs. Let's go.
I think most wheelchair users would attest that anytime they move away from their chair, even if it's for like 2 seconds, their cat ends up sitting on it.
Yo, that makes sense. Yeah. Well, Paz says prayers for you keep moving forward. Yeah. Well, like I said, it doesn't define you. It is what it is. And I'm hoping that you're still getting around and doing good, right, Jesse?
Yeah. No, I'm a part-time user, so thankfully it's not all the time. It's like mostly whenever out of the flat and things. But
I hear that. Yeah.
You know, it means I can have a more enjoyable life.
Right. Yeah.
You don't have to worry about the pain and things when you go out on a day out or something. So
yeah, no, I hear that.
You know, I know some people can get a bit confused when you suddenly get up out your wheelchair and start walking around, and they're like,
"Yeah, they're all faker. You lie." You're like,
yeah, it's not a part of you. It's something that helps you just to be able to lead a nice full life.
Trust me, I wish I had that at the convention wheelchair, one of those motorized ones. But it was tough for me to get around the convention. I still did. I paid for it later, but yeah.
Oh, it's great after having a really big meal because you're feeling so fat, and like everyone else around the table, you can see how fat they are.
Yo, wheel me around.
They've got to get up and walk off, and you're just like, and a roll back. All right then, guys.
Right. All right. I'm gonna go and pass the question and baton over to TCGDude. How would you do your TCG or CCG?
Well, you know, I really definitely feel I should respect everybody's time with a more well thought out answer. But unfortunately, I didn't think about it before the show. I did like Mono's talk of a different currency though, and like maybe different groups, you know, having battles and stuff like that. I do like Waffle's point of limiting the number of prints of or editions of a card, right? Limiting it to 3 sounds reasonable. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, let's see here. The other day I opened up the Final Fantasy trading card pack, and it looked pretty fancy and cool, you know, and I was just trying to identify it. I was like, okay, so what is like the resources here? You know, what is it? How do I read this card? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would definitely ideally want the game to be like easy to understand, but also complex enough to like really deep dive into. Having sets come out maybe every 2 to 3 months is ideal. So no more than 4 sets a year, unless there's some sort of, you know, Christmas or like huge IP crossover once a year or once every 2 years, kind of like a Horizon set is every few years.
Right.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
That's where it starts, TCG. Just one guy. That's where it starts.
Yeah. And they're like, can we milk 5 modern type sets? Oh, let's go.
Right.
They'd be like, dude, you just had Modern Horizons. Why do we have Modern Masters 10,002? And, you know, maybe you'll look out on the Golden Squirrel. I don't know. Like, come on.
Well,
but I do agree with that.
Okay, thanks, bro. I was
like
making
a good holidays, maybe a couple holidays. Like for me, I would have to do a Christmas set, and then definitely Halloween. Always a Halloween set for me. That's a guaranteed, whether it be a bonus or a set thing.
Just ending the year on like a massive high, then.
What's that?
Just ending the year on like a massive high.
Oh yeah. That would, especially of course, because I work retail, I know it's the best season, that kind of thing. So. But still have heart in the game, though. Like now our corporate overlords Hasbro is just milking WOTC to the bruh. It's just too much.
So, real quickly, Investable Collectables says in chat, I made a Juggalo set of MTG cards like 15 years ago. That's super cool. Right, like what we now know as the Godzilla skin over, right? But having like a Violent J card, that'd be super awesome. That reminds me of a small story of I went to youth group, I guess, as a youngster once, and I vaguely recall the people running it that Sunday handing out cards that was basically like Jesus and like 12 disciples and some other Bible thumper cards that played like Magic.
They made a Bible card game. That's awesome.
Yeah. And I a little history. I lived in Washington State, which is the origin state of Magic. So maybe there's a little overlap there. I don't know. But yeah, you never know what you can be creative and come up with.
Oh, just want to read this real quick for Ace. My idea would be set would release that will incorporate deck building. Each base set has components to build a functioning deck without having to source out multiple sets to get synergy. Interesting. Okay. That kind of makes sense. That's more gameplay. Like each set is like a new part of the deck. That's pretty cool. I like that.
So I know nothing about Warhammer,
no worries, man.
But I just had this kind of idea. What if a card game was designed in the fact that it had the collectible cards and then it had a base like board that the cards played around, and that board changed every year, or the board was the new expansion? You know what I'm saying?
Or you could just order from Tuffy the new video cassette that will change your gameplay as you play. One new video cassette every season, so your game will always be changing. You remember the Star Trek one, and there was some like demon or some dungeon one.
Wasn't that on VHS?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah. That would be fun. Like my game incorporates the wheel. So I'd have to develop some type of app for the demon games. Like we actually have a really good printer in our community. So if anyone actually wants to go forward, we do have access to a printer. So I'm pretty stoked. I'm spending a little bit more than I anticipated for my business cards, but these tokens are going to be dope. I'm going to have like a DJing scroll in the front and then the business information on the back side. But I'm having them print it because they're quality. Do you know who I'm talking about, Tuffy? Speed Robo?
Oh, I'm not sure. Oh no, okay. we go through a few of our own kind of suppliers.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, but I'm just saying we already have access to a printer. And I'm sure you have some connects as well. So if we ever do move forward as a group and make our own game, which I think would be a sick idea, we can actually get her done. So now I just have to find an artist for the demon games and figure out an app maker, I think. But when you guys see it, it's a little complicated, but it's basically a last man standing wins the prize is it for my game. But anyway, Dan. Well, how would you make your CCG?
All right. So for the people who've been watching this show for the last month and a half, I've been addicted to learning about the TCGs and particularly lately Magic. And I know Hellwheeler, make fun of me. But
he popped in. I didn't even see him. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I was thinking, well, Tuffy's doing his locale game, right? But imagine a game where the whole storyline is a streamer who gets sucked into the stream, but the stream turns into an Old West / Tron storyline. So
you want to do Tron Neon Cowboys is what you're saying?
Kind of, yeah. Like because
bet.
I got sucked into you guys' streams here, so I'm thinking,
You're trying to call
Tron
these guys a bunch of neon cowboys.
Well,
you what?
I'll equip my assless chaps and attack.
Yeah,
exactly.
And then we can have some play cards that are some of their gag cards that have a one of those little QR codes on it, and you have to scan the QR code with your phone, and it comes up with a random whatever for your gameplay. And then you'll have another gag card that'll just show up in there that's all in binary. And then you enter that binary into Google, and it'll bring up your next mechanics.
Like kind of like free auxiliary extensions to your game. Now,
right.
WOTC's done that before, where you had on the token cards, like, I don't know, sentences. If you put a bunch of the tokens together, you would get like a full story or kind of a hint towards a card. And that was pretty cool. And then they also had the websites and stuff like that to where you could potentially win some stuff. I think that's cool. I like that idea to incorporate to the game and fun promotional stuff that may not cost a lot of money, but what, $10 for a website monthly for 3 months just for that promo, and that's it, kind of thing.
Yeah,
I don't know. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't know about Neon Cowboys though, but
hey, I mean, just like
you, bro. I just like, I didn't even know that country people had raves. So what? Neon Cowboys.
I have a good one for y'all. So, so technically, I own the company Sons of Acronia Entertainment LLC, and we're the makers of LOLCal. But we are working on other card games, and this next one is going to be something that I don't think has been done yet. But I kind of missed the boat when we were developing LOLCal, because we put out our first couple sets, and then I thought of this, and I was like, oh man, this would have been perfect. But what does everybody think about a card game that has its own unique gameplay, but you can use that card game's cards in other games such as Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, that sort of thing?
Oh, there you go. Nice. So, wait, say it again. That you incorporate the other games, or what?
Yes, you can actually. So, technically, with LOLCal, if we would have messed with the numbers a little bit more, like your starting life points in LOLCal is 420, but if we would have adjusted the numbers for the life points and all that kind of stuff, it would have been technically compatible with Magic.
Oh, I get you. Okay.
Yeah. So
like one of those. It'd be like the ultimate emulator. Like you can, I don't know. You have to buy special sleeves, but here's the translation for gameplay for, I don't know, Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Well, see, like in our game, we have Leap, which is similar to flying. So Leap would just be another word for flying, and you could take that card and put it in a Magic deck, or like our tapes could be a new land, something like that.
Right.
But we're kind of working on the concept of a game that is compatible with another one of the big three games.
Yeah.
Basically, you would have some kind of like rules conversion sheet or something to where if you play this in Magic, Leap is convertible to flying, or
Yep.
some kind of like glossary or something that helps.
Yep.
Yeah,
it would just
that
be
makes
explained
sense.
on the card, and it would have a similar definition to Magic's. Like you can't technically put out a rule book or something like that and say, hey, this game is compatible with Magic. You would just have to, kind of let people discover that and maybe put out some hints and everything, because you don't want to get sued by, Hasbro. So
Yeah,
because they will. They'll send the Pinkertons.
I already have the name for it. I already have the name for the game if we did like a separate from Locale. But the game would just seriously be called Plug and Play.
No, here you go. Here you go. I found it, DJ. I'm so sorry. I have to judge.
All right, go ahead.
Every copy of this alleged game is gonna have a geocache code that everyone has to go to get this.
That sounds like what MetaZoo did.
Right.
Go to New York. Go to New York, take a picture, and you get this promo card.
That's right. Yes.
Combining with Pokemon Go now, right? You have to go travel the world to go ahead and play the whole game.
Yep.
That's right. That's right. Like, why do I have to go to Antarctica? I have to get like government clearance. What the hell?
See, that's one thing that I hate about like some of these newer games too, is they have these convention exclusive promos and that sort of thing that aren't getting reprinted. And that's kind of like what MetaZoo did, and they had like game staples that you had to have in every deck, but they were extremely limited printed, and they also had them on their reserved list because Rudy talked about they're doing a reserved list super early.
Right.
But yeah, like I actually kind of like games like Pokemon, where they have the easier to get printings, but then they also have the alternate arts that are very hard to pull, but it appeals to collectors. And in Magic, they just print 20 different versions of every card. But
exactly. I also appreciate exclusives, like the fact that I went to the event. I have my token prize as well as going to that event. So I do like exclusives, but as long as you don't go crazy in making 20 different alternates arts of the same card over and over and over again within 2 sets, having an exclusive, I guess, skin for that set event, I don't think that's bad. And
like player rewards were awesome too when they did that for Magic. When they came out with player rewards, like it gave incentive to go out and play, because then you rack up so many points and you get these regular like terminate, earth lightning, things like that. And then when you got up enough points, here comes a foil cryptic command. Like that was super sweet.
Yeah. And for cards that actually matter. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would collect and still do any form of Land of War elves, right? But like,
hey, those were broken back in the day.
right. But I'm just saying, like, come on now. We're on year 20 or whatever, and you had to go to these events for a cheesy common. I mean, at least the Land of War elves useful, but we're talking like weird cards that aren't like standard to decks, like if it's a real good playable, like okay, so let me backtrack a little bit. Like a voucher system, I think that's not bad. Like if you go to this event or you finish first or third or something weird like that, right? You would get vouchers, and maybe it would be that you can get X amount and cash in for an exclusive Mana Crypt. I think that's not bad,
The rare art's the balance, right? I think when we talk about like the reserve list and it'll never come back or whatever, and how do you balance Wizards should be putting out some cards that just have alternative art that are truly really rare, right? So now us game piecers can say, well, I can still get the other card, I can still play no problem, and then us collectors can say, I actually have something that truly is rare and will never be done again. I almost thought they were going there like with Mana Crypt, but they just ended up making like 85 different versions that still, I don't care how rare one of them is. There's just so many now. But yeah, that would be nice to see them do that, to really commit to something that would be rare that doesn't lock people out of the game.
Yeah.
Or even like if you go to the route like how they did, they kind of brought this back with what is it, Duelist Mage or Duelist of the Mind or whatever, with Nathan Stoyer winning Worlds, and they put him on a card. It would be cool, like for your game too, even like if you have a world champion, they either design a card or they're on a card, and you even make like you can make a special version, like a 1-of-1 for that person, and then you make the regular version for like the regular people to play, and then you can make like a collector version, like 200 copies of this collector version for the collectors to try to get. But like I think Magic did it like one time where they made, besides the One Ring, they made like that 1-of-1 World Championship avatar card or whatever, if I'm thinking right. Where there's just like one copy of it and it's like super rare. That would be a good thing to do too, like to promote. That would promote the player base and the collector base at the same time. But that would really get your players to come out and be like, hey, this would be awesome. Like if I win this tournament, I'm on a card.
See, Tuffy, which one was this, Dan? The Charlie Chaplin guy, was that Sleazy?
From the little emoticon, I'd say it's Sleazy. He's got a mustache.
That's right. Yeah, Benson's already missing him. He's like, dude, where is he? Where'd he go?
Yeah, 1996 World Champion. That's the card I was thinking of.
Oh yeah, when they made those decks, that was kind of a cool thing, and you can literally buy the deck that won, and that's cool. Like that wasn't a bad idea. I don't know why they stopped. Is because the cards weren't usable in regular play. I guess people devalued it, but those are now money.
Well, if you get a Gaia's Cradle from one of those, it's still like $100.
Oh yeah, I know. That's probably the route I'll have to go. And I heard someone mention, again, this is hearsay, but they're starting to allow at tournaments the gold borders now.
The what?
So the gold borders,
from the World Champion decks, because some of those cards that are in there are like either so hard to find or they're so outpriced for normal people to get that they're just allowing them.
Yeah, the collector's edition cards. You're using those in the 93, 94 format. So there's utility.
I gotta know about that dragon. I gotta know about that, but also they stopped because you liked it. Pretty much.
Yeah, we did Sal and I did a video on some of the rarest cards, and there's also these cards floating around that were given to Wizards employees for like outstanding achievement that were like super duper. They're really cool. And I guess Wizards had said with some of these cards, like, you can play with it. Like that was sort of the extra bonus if you wanted to be able. I don't know if it's like would still be legal in anything, but like World Champion card, I think if you're playing in Vintage, I think of course that thing's melded into like glass now, but whoever had won it at the time was allowed to stick it in a deck, and play with it. Yeah. But I think the winner sold it off. I can't, it's crazy, but I think they got rid.
It's probably in Post Malone's vault or something,
right?
Yeah. Along with that original player. Wait. Oh. All right. So, let's see. So we talked about a couple marketing strategies, which I think is good. I like the player exclusive rewards, like the old school Magic program, where you play at your FNN, you get a stamp, and then you rack up points. You could get something cool at the LGS or at through WOTC, and I like that. Like. You have interaction still with your client base on a smaller scale, but you actually have interaction with the company, and I think that's good too. Like, not that you have to call the company 24/7 or anything, but support from the company is huge, and that's also why I like Tuffy's community too, because like they're on it. If not, they'll get you the right person. You can talk to them the whole nine. So communication is key, I think. Because, once you start setting up the roadblocks and your customer can't even talk to you or talk to someone that represents the company or something along those lines, it just kind of sucks because then you just don't feel that you have support for the game. You know what I mean? So customer service, big key component.
Another thing that we're actually going to start doing here soon is there's a few LGSs that I know the owners of and everything, and there's one over in, I believe it's New Jersey, and we're going to be working with him on making a store promo. So his store is Dr. Cards, and we're going to be doing a Dr. Cards promo to where he can hand it out to, you know, people that come in the store. He gets 40 plus people for his Magic tournaments and that sort of thing. So, you know, being able to market to, you know, just use that as marketing. And even if most people don't even do anything with it, like those are exclusive cards. And so, you know, that's one of the things that I really like doing is that there's a lot of even new games that, you know, just don't do that kind of thing. And I'm like, you know, it's a community outreach. You're working with the stores already, and you know that can encourage some of your, you know, diehard collectors that are already into the game to possibly even, you know, travel to that store or purchase from them when they normally wouldn't. And that's what we do with our affiliates too. Like we, you know, most of our affiliates are already in the card game or they're going to be in the card game. And so, you know, people that check out their streams and everything because they've seen their affiliate card, it's, you know, some cross promotion and that sort of thing. Like Darkside Becky, she's one of her affiliates. She makes puppet shows with the lol cows, and she has a really good following. And there's people that, you know, didn't know about her until the puppets were mentioned because, you know, maybe she pissed off a lol cow or something like that. But there's, you know, we did affiliate promos to where if you use their affiliate card or their affiliate code, you would actually get their affiliate card when we release Volume X. So there's these full art affiliate cards that we did, and to get one, you'd have to use that affiliate code. So, you know, there were people that didn't actually watch some of the other affiliates that were like, okay, I want that card. So they use their code, and that helps, you know, support that affiliate too. But just cross promotion and all that kind of stuff. One last thing, I'm actually talking to another indie TCG that, you know, they already had their Kickstarter here a couple of years ago. They have booster boxes. They're doing great. They may be putting 1 to 2 characters from our game into their game.
Oh, cool!
Nice.
So I'm pretty excited to see that because their game is basically waifus and dragons. So
waifus and dragons. I saw Backwoods in the chat. He's gonna like that one. Waifus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Backwoods will love that.
Oh yeah. People
have tried having us put waifus at our game, and I'm like, you know, people think like waifus are sexy and that kind of stuff. There's nothing sexy about lockouts. So,
well, when you do the VTuber edition, you're gonna have to have a waifu.
Yourself.
Waifus are like the complete opposite of lolcows.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of waifus myself, honestly. So, you know, I know there's plenty of people out there that are, and there's plenty of card games for that, but lolcow definitely isn't that. So
I have to step away to go grab a drink. You have the helm, KJ.
Right. So, Jess, tell us about your background in TCGs, because I noticed that you did a unpacking for Pokemon.
Oh yeah, don't got that much sort of into it. I've dabbled in Magic quite a few years back, mainly because a roommate he got obsessed with it. It was like, oh bro, I'm going to tournament now. I'm gonna go play this. Oh, do you want to play some Magic? Do you want to play some Magic? It was a bit over the top, but he dragged us into it for a little bit. We've had a bit of dabbled in Yu-Gi-Oh, but that's way too complicated, I think. But no, I met the community and then started playing from that. And I think this is a lot about the community, and it, you know, if there's something happens, I'm in the UK, so getting packages from the US, it's kind of a roulette every time as to whether the ocean's going to eat it up.
Yeah, you were saying the other day that that you were worried that your package that you're waiting for with the new what was that, the new 2-player pack, I believe you ordered, right? Are you waiting on?
Yes, thankfully it's not that package. I don't think Tuffy's actually sent that one yet. So the one that's currently unknown location is my Decker's card, the normal one and the promo version of it, well, the affiliate version. So that one, it is replaceable. And, you know, Tuffy is great at that if, you know, when you come across a problem with your package or something, as you said, the community, the customer service is top notch. But, yeah, it's according to UPS, it's in transit, but it's been there in that state since the 21st.
Yeah, a similar situation just recently happened to our good friend Grimm with having a very late package.
Oh, dang, Tuffy disappeared. I was just about to pop in a question when there was a moment, and I guess I'll just poke it out now. Do you guys have any association with the LOLCal podcast? And if not, have you guys gotten any letters or emails, you know, about that name crossover?
What, the LOLCal Live?
I'm not sure if that's the exact name, but the one with Boogie, yeah, Keemstar and Boogie 2988 or whatever.
I'm not too sure. I mean, a lot of us do tend to tune in and watch it and have a good chat while it's on and things, which is another great part of the community. But I'm not sure if Tuffy's actually been trying to...
When Tuffy was on the air last week with us, Tuffy had mentioned that the locals, particularly Chan and Boogie, Keemstar is very aware of it. Here he is. We're going to pop back into the thing. Hey, repeat your question for TCG, dude.
Oh, yeah, no, Tuffy, do you, as a trading card local game, have any association with the local podcast? And if not, are they aware of it and have had any communications with you about it?
We do not have any association with them, but they do know about it. The TCG has been around longer than the podcast, actually, but Tommy C is an affiliate with us. Boogie knows about us. Has said that he loves our cards, and Wings, he's talked about signing them. Keemstar hasn't said anything about him, but Keemstar knows just because I know people that frequently talk to him. But yep, they definitely know.
Awesome, thanks.
And Tuffy, I believe that you're still trying to get a thing going with the boys over at Some Ordinary Podcast, right? Muda?
Oh, yeah. Eventually there'll be affiliates. Like Mudahar for sure. Eventually will be an affiliate. We're just slowly going. We're working our way.
Nice.
There's plenty of people that are associated with them that are already affiliates. So, but we try not to put any scribes in the game that are not affiliates, just because it's a card game. It's kind of cool having your own card, but we're not going to promote like somebody that isn't going to promote us. Now, when it comes to the lolcows, we don't touch the poop. So, yep, there's that. But yeah, scribes we definitely partner with.
I just received in the mail that incredible package that you sent, and I'm waiting till we do it on stream to crack the box. I haven't even opened the box yet, and I ordered one of the things I ordered was the 2-player, which was locals versus scribes. Now, tell us about the 2-player version.
So the 2-player theme deck set. I don't call them starter decks because I hate the term starter decks. Starter decks always sit on shelves and that kind of thing. But basically, one deck is lolcows, one deck is scribes, and that's essentially what the game is. You're either choosing the good guys, which are the scribes, or the bad guys, which is the lolcows. And so what we did was we kind of put a mix to both, but the lolcow deck is kind of sporadic, kind of how lolcows are. But the scribe deck is extremely synergistic with a Wrangler crew theme, is what we call them. And so the Wrangler crew is kind of like rebels in MTG, where some of them search for others and that sort of thing. So they really synergize well together. But what we did was kind of put a little bit of everything in each deck and balanced it out to where either deck can win. And the thing about lolcow is that it's fairly easy to learn, but we make sure that skill matters. Like there's a little bit of variance in it. If you didn't have variance, you'd be playing chess. So that's kind of the fun thing about card games is a little bit of variance. But yeah. So
oh my God, Escaped Alien. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Oh, Escaped Alien in the house.
Does Area 51 know?
Shh, we don't give out his location. But we were talking. We haven't figured out anything yet. But between me and Caustic, we got to hang out with Escaped Alien. He's actually kind of close to us here, so one of these days we got to do it. At least get lunch. Damn, right? Michael Superbacker, how you doing, buddy? There's another famous guy. Oh, you got to talk to him. Because remember, he's the guy that with the air umbrella, Tuffy. That's definitely an internet story sensation there.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's the guy, bro.
Okay.
We love him. Yeah, you're like whatever, bro.
Oh no, sorry. I'm literally right here with my baby boy.
Oh,
he's kind of waking up a little, and we're staying at the hospital for 24 hours, and then after the 24 hours, they're gonna let us take him home. So
nice.
Just in time for league.
Yeah, just in time to league. Yeah, you're gonna throw him right in. That's right. Learn.
Oh, we would totally expect to get beaten by him.
Oh yeah, totally.
So have you figured out what your kid's card's going to be? Because I mean, you got your kid's going to have to have his own card. So I mean, what's the what are going to be the rules on the card?
If I can talk my wife into letting me do it.
Speaking of, we have a special guest in chat. Oh my God. Give me a second here, yo. Oh, you moved it.
The beefy calf card.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd probably. I mean, I don't really like putting kids in the game,
yeah.
That sort of thing. But we might do some sort of like Rascal promo because the Rascal archetype is kind of like goblin tokens. They come into play with haste and then they die at the end of turn, just like little rascals. But we might do a Rascal token with his something like his image on it or something like that.
Yeah, you're gonna play the clip since you found it. Go ahead.
Master has given Dobby a sock.
What? I didn't.
Master has presented Dobby with clothes. Dobby is free.
Long time subscriber, been with me since popping bottles way lesser equipment. Dobby, welcome. Good to see you, buddy. Carry on, sir.
Well, speaking of beef, I hate to bail, but I gotta go cook some cheeseburgers for dinner.
Oh, there you go. All right, brother. Cool, man. We'll tune in tomorrow for because we have the drawing for that's right. That's what I keep forgetting to do. I need to pop that link in there for the short. the giveaway on the Bloomborough packs. So make sure you guys don't miss out on that. Cutoff is 2 p.m. tomorrow. So jump in on it. You could win some squirrels. Woot! Here is the link finally. Jeez. There you go. If you're not in it yet, go hop in. There's in the pinned comment, there's the link to Facebook and Discord as well to jump in on those as well. I always do this every standard set when possible. So that box should be in on Monday. So we're going to have the drawing tomorrow. And then Saturday, for those that are in the Play Booster battle, we should be able to fire. It says it's coming Saturday. So hopefully it follows through. And then Monday should be getting the collectors and all the and the giveaway box. So pretty much busy weekend up till Tuesday, I think. So good times, everyone. Hopefully y'all can tune in. So all right, Mullet, TCG dude. Make those burgers off.
Alrighty. Thanks, friends. I appreciate the time. Good talking to y'all. Nice
thanks
to
for
meet
hanging
you,
out.
Tuffy and Jess and Mono. I think this may be our first time, if not second time, being on the cast together.
I think it was the first. Great to meet you.
Hell yeah, brother. All right. Adios.
Later.
Bye.
Look at SolarGod buying you guys out. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, our the last video that we tossed on Mad Magic was really just Aled and I reminiscing about the early times of the game, right? And we were talking about how, you know, we had Tundras for $5 and Black Lotuses were 12 or 30 bucks and things like that. And you know, you look at this new game and kind of the point of the video, if you all want to check it out, it's not that long, you know, it's like 8 minutes, but we talk about some of the crazy stuff that used to go on. But the thought was, what is the next $1,000 card or something that's staring us right in our face right now? You know, you look at LOL's Cows game and things like that, and you're like, oh, it's just a new game. It's there and that. But that's how it always starts. You know, and think about all of this stuff that we piss money away on, right? Go buy $100 of his early sets and hang on to them, see what happens. Try playing a game. Maybe you love it. You know, I think that those sorts of gems are sitting out there. And I know a lot of us are here for the love of the game. You know, it's not always just about the money, but at the same time, we look back at some of those cards. And even when it came to Magic the Gathering, it was like, we knew these cards were starting to go up in value, right? And we're still chasing the latest type 2 card that we wanted, when really we could have been, you know, running at all these old reserve list cards or whatever it is that we wanted to do. Now, I don't know if that was a good or a bad choice, but you know, you got me. I'm going to go pick up some of these cards. Why not? I'm going to add them to my collection. I want to check it out.
Why could I got the affiliate link instead of BSing? Hey, I'm happy to promote the game, though. I think it's awesome that we have Tuffy and crew here. Jesse, thanks for coming on as well. I think it's awesome, and you know, I'm just stoked to be in a game. You know, or this persona at least. It's awesome. Yeah, MSB, are you okay, brother? I've had heartburn. It sucks, but you sure it's not something more serious? Yeah, man.
It comes. If the Tums don't fix it in a little while, then you know, for a couple of days, go to the doctor.
Yeah, if you're on day 2, go to the doctor, bro. Yeah. So we still got a little bit of time here. We talked about promotions. I think that's key. Customer service, or you know, a player program for sure. And implement something with the LGS as well. Some special support to the LGS that take on your projects, right? Anything else on the marketing end that you would do different than WOTC? I know we talked about scaling back to what, like 4 and maybe 1 or 2 special sets a year, or maybe holidays, but definitely not a set every month. That's bro. That's too much.
It's just too much on the wallet as well.
Oh,
especially
yeah.
if you're trying to get a complete set of these things, and they, you know, you're like Pokemon. What is it? You've now got about 250 odd cards in each set.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't they used to be only 101 or something like that originally? Like low hundreds back in the day?
Yeah.
Well, they've got like 168 or something in the set, but then they've got another 90 odd secret ones. So if you're trying to get a complete set, you're buying tons and tons of packs.
Yeah, and not just from a player collector standpoint, also as like a game designer, like trying to come up with all of these cards, you're going to dilute your game. You're going to make quote unquote mistakes as far as like making either broken cards without testing, or you're gonna make just absolute terrible cards like Homelands. So it's like, it's gonna be, do you want to fatigue yourself even to create all these cards? So I think that's why, even if you're gonna do four sets a year, one of those 4 sets is your holiday or special set. I don't even think you do 4 plus 1. I think you do 4 total, and one of them is your holiday special, like extra fancy glitter on your face set,
Right.
You're hitting on something I think we're all talking about, with the game design. I think to have a successful card game as well is that it has to stir the imagination without being ridiculously complicated. Right? Like Magic used to be way less complicated, even though they tried to change things to make it less complicated, like getting rid of mana burn and things like that. But I think they just sort of kind of got rid of stuff that people found annoying. But now it's really, really complicated. Have you heard about this latest thing now with the changing of our post-combat phase, or changing the name of it or whatever?
Yeah.
I'm sure the cards will get errated that don't make, so it would still fit into it or whatever. But sometimes you just do that, and then now you get all these cards, and you're like, what's a post, 9 years from now, right? What's a post-combat main phase that, I don't know why. I mean, I don't know if they're trying to save space on the card. I don't know the rationale behind it, but I would say that if you want to launch a good game, have something that can be imaginative but easy to pick up.
Oh, I think
I miss damage on the stack most.
I think Dan was saying it perfect when he said that any set you set up, you've got to be able to understand the card. If you pick the card up and you're like,
well, I only say that you got to understand the cards is because I'm a newbie in the TCG world, and I've been getting people. Mono right here, he is my one of my educators, and first time I was on the show, Mono was on the show, right? And and I'm sweating bullets because I'm like, okay, I don't know anything. I'm a comic book guy. I collect cards. I don't play them. And I was asking questions, and I said, Mono, I'm going to ask you a stupid question. And Mono explained something to me that in a way I could understand it, where like I can read the cards, but it's like with the cards, when you play a card, and particularly Magic, unlike Yu-Gi-Oh, where Magic, if you play a card, it has the meanings to it is very literal. So I mean, I go to it and I'm like, did I play the card at the right time? Did I play the card at the right time? I've been playing Arena lately, and I've been getting your community has been giving me an incredible education here. Nice. And I was on with one of your boys earlier on Discord learning. DJ pops in and he says, "What are you doing here?" I says, "I'm having an education time. Do you mind? I'm in class."
Yeah, no, it was funny though. I was like, how did you? He wasn't even on the show yet. Like while you were on, and you're in his, so that it just surprised me. I'm like, whoa,
dude, your community, man, it's tight.
Yeah,
your entire community has absorbed me, and whether or not they've been on the show or in chat, they found me through other members of your community, and that's how tight the TCG community is, particularly this Magic community in particular. And I'm getting the nice people who are like, yeah, we're going to help teach you. Mono is not taking stupid questions from me. He's saying it's a good question. The other day when he was on the show, when first time I met him, my first show, what was almost a month ago.
Yeah.
And I got Grimm. He's teaching me about deck building, and we got a few things going on there. And Grimm has a special project that we're gonna do together on his deck tech show, where he's gonna be teaching me how to build a deck.
Yeah, you have to realize that everybody including like myself and probably Mono and DJ and others, that quote unquote stupid question that you think you're going to ask that you feel is stupid, we've probably asked it too. I know from a standpoint of when I first started playing the game, I would ask quote unquote dumb questions. The only difference is back in the early 2000s when I started playing in Onslaught, there wasn't as many nice people. It was a lot more of you scrub, this is how you play the game. Either learn it or get out of here.
Pretty much the get good attitude.
Yeah, and so I mean, it was a lot rougher time to level up per se. Like I played drafts and I got my ass handed to me multiple times, and so it was a trial by fire to learn. Whereas nowadays it's a lot easier to congregate and gather and share information on a better level than it was back in the early days.
Do you think, Waffles, would you say that you're an expert on the rules?
I was a judge for years. I'm pretty well versed with the rules.
Not to get off of too much of a tangent, but I have a rules question. Anyone listening here, feel free to weigh in. So can effects resolve inside of a stack? So here's what I'm staring at. I'm trying to sell Thalid on this. He's the one that really picks the cards we should buy or sell. And I'm looking at Opalescence. This is an old card that turns all enchantments into creatures. And it's a global enchantment, right? So as long as it's on the board, all of your enchantments are also creatures. Now, in Duskmourn, we have a card called Enduring Tenacity. I don't know if DJ, if you can find this, pull up. It's like this yellow snake. But it says whenever Tenacity dies, if it was a creature, turn it to the battlefield under your control. Okay, it doesn't say return to the battlefield at the end of the turn. It just says when it dies, return to the battlefield as an enchantment. Okay, so the idea is it would only come back once as an enchantment and it does some other stuff. But with Opalescence on the board, it remains a creature. So now you take a card like Krav. It's a legendary creature that you pay 1 black and start sacrificing creatures. And depending on the amount of power they have that you sacrificed or whatever, you can force yourself or an opponent to draw cards. So I'm thinking, can I pay 1 black with Krav, tap it, and can I, inside of a stack now, anyone confused yet? Inside of a stack now, can I sacrifice Enduring Tenacity with Opalescence on the board, have them keep coming back inside of the single stack, and in essence, in a commander pod, deck everybody in 1 move?
I'm trying to find the card right now to see.
Or at least deck your player for the 1 black mana. Or because the other side of it is you would sacrifice Enduring Tenacity in the stack and it's out. The fast effect of Krav's ability would have to resolve before he'd come back again. So that's the thing. Now look, this Opalescence Enduring Tenacity, there's an artifact, I forget what it is, but you just sacrifice the creature and target opponent mills 3 cards. So you can use that card too to just deck everybody in a single turn with a 3-card combo, but that's generally how you win in Commander, right? With like a 3-card combo, can do it. But I think if you're going to make a deck around this Opalescence Enduring Tenacity, it would be nice to have several bites at the apple, right? So you got other cards you can use to kick off your combo. But this, the artifact, which I could find, I don't remember what it is. Someone may know if they know the name of it. Yeah, that's it. Here's him. So it just says if he dies, and it doesn't say it at the end of the turn or whatever. It just says it comes back. And so that's the question. Inside of a fast effects stack, like say, what if it says sacrifice 2 creatures? Someone plays a card on you, right? There's a card out there. Opponent sacrifice 2 creatures. Could you sacrifice it during Tenacity, have it come back, and then choose to sacrifice it again, and then say, I've now picked my 2 creatures? That's another example.
Well,
that's simple.
No. So like on the 2 creature one, if it says choose 2 creatures, you have to sack Tenacity and something else. Now,
because
if
it's simultaneous.
Correct. But what you're talking about with Opalescence is a state-based like replacement effect to where your enchantments are also now creatures with power and toughness equal to their mana cost, which is fine. Yes, you could do the loop with Enduring Tenacity because its effect when it dies, like you can do a weird thing of like retain priority and be like, I'm going to do this 100 times. in response to whatever they're doing, or you could like do it, put it on the stack, see if it resolves. If it does, it comes back, then do it again, and just keep doing each one as its own like activation. But the thing is if they have a fast effect like Trick Bind, they can instantly stop it. So it does. I mean, when it dies, that ability goes on the stack to return it. And so you let the ability resolve. It comes back into play as an enchantment, but it's now also a creature because of Opalescence. And then you sack it again. And then the trigger goes on the stack for when it dies. It comes back, and you just keep doing that loop. So yeah, it is a relevant thing.
So Crab's ability though requires 1 black. Right, mana. And so my thought was, could I sack him 100 times tenacity for 1 black mana? Or can I only do it? Do I have to keep paying 1 black mana for every cycle? Right. And the difference is like that other artifact, which I should look up.
Like Altar of Dementia or something like that.
That's what it is, right? And the total cost is sacking the creature. So now you're golden. Yep. You can just keep bloom, bloom, bloom. And that's why I'm looking at Opalescence, the old reserve list card, $10, $12. And the light plays are under 10. Someone may use this to try to create a new combo win out in Commander when Duskmorn comes. So,
yeah, I mean, based on the rules that of being able to, it gets around the whole thing of saying when it comes in, it's an enchantment and it's not a creature. Opalescence now replaces that and says it is a creature as a 4/4.
Yeah. It's neat. I mean, to me, when I look in the world of what cards you always want to get at, like Lumra out now in Bloomborough, but the cards around $10 or something. I think these are cards that you can really break. People just got to get creative and figure out how they can do it, But I think that this guy is one to grab. I just don't trust. It's a separate conversation, but DJ, it is a request to talk about some of these like pre-sale buys and stuff, because it's getting a little bit nerve-wracking for me to spend a lot of money on pre-sales, because if you pick cards that go up in value, miraculously your order gets canceled, right? It's starting to become something that's happening on TCG Player that's really getting people annoyed. But
wow.
Okay, so I would have to spend using my thing. You have to pay the cost once for, and then you have to let it resolve, and then he'll come back and you can go it again.
Yeah. No, cool. It's definitely doable. If you use Altar of Dementia to rack up a ton of mana by sacking it, and then you turn around and have all that mana floating. Now you turn around and do the other part of it and just make everybody do whatever it is that you were trying to do, deck them out or whatever.
Yeah, there's like Goblin Bombardment. It's just sack a creature, do 1 damage to any target, right? So that's what I was thinking about, building a commander that could have 10 or 12 cards that could be usable. So now you're really only trying to get tenacity and Opalescence on the board, but odds are if you had enough of them, you had plenty of other ways to give yourself a win condition.
That's crazy. Cool. This was crazy. All right. Well, is there anything else we want to talk about on the? I think we were pretty good. I think we might tackle this question with some other guests too down the road, because I do like this developing the card game. We had some really great ideas, and it was all like when WOTC cared. They did the awesome, the best programs, Oh, he's got, is it? Oh, yeah. And Shelly's back online, Ace. I just, I don't know if it's as good as I had it before, but Shelly is back online, bro. I have too many black decks now. I got Rats, I got Necrons, and now Shelly. Man, you can see why I always need Damnations and Urborgs and Cabals and all that. It's like nonstop. It's so much fun. Anywho, let's go ahead and get on to our shill section. Well, hell, I guess you have to shill for whatever you want to shill for. But go ahead, shill away.
Sorry, what's the meaning of shill? might be an American versus British thing here, but
yeah, no, it's a we're kind of mocking like a shill is like, it's kind of a negative derogatory. like someone who I don't know is a big fan of something will shill
Shameless self-promoting.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. There you go.
Oh, well,
So if you want to promote, if you have a YouTube, a Twitch, or if you just want to talk about locale, that's cool.
no. Well, I do have a YouTube, and I am trying to get it to 50 subs. Because then.
Oh, let's help you out
know.
there. Give me 1 second.
The link
I'm gonna have
sure
you.
You know you can't go live until you've got 50 subs. So.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Cool.
the aim is I was hoping to try get up to there, and then some of the guys that do league and things have hopefully agreed and do like some little tutorial games. So we'll just play a game, stream it, and we'll chat about what we've got in our hand, how we're going to play, and some of us are still fairly new to playing it, like me. I've only really been playing the actual game part for the last couple of weeks. So.
Okay. If you'd like, we'll help you out. If you want to go ahead and post your link, or actually you can't post your link yet, say hi real quick in the YouTube chat.
Oh, you.
I've been watching her videos since I met Jessie. I've watched every video that she's posted on the Discord, and she has pretty good videos. She just did a Pokemon pack cracking that was pretty good. I enjoyed that. She did an incredible pack cracking for the locale stuff, and you just recently got the X deck too, didn't you? The booster.
No, not the X deck. It was holiday set.
Oh, you just got holiday set. That's right.
Yeah, I got gifted that to me by one of the amazing guys of the community. It's
nice.
It came out just before I joined the locale community, so it was one that I was expecting not to actually ever be able to get hold of. But it's also one that's a complete set, like Other Island and the WTF ones. So, all you have to do is buy one and you have the whole thing, which I think going to the four releases, if it's something small that is as a complete package, I don't think it's too bad having a couple of extra sort of those fun bits. So yeah,
the WTF one for those people in chat is a set that comes in a Nintendo cartridge. It's incredible. I actually am posting the link in chat right now for the locale.com where you can check out their product, and they have a gold one that's sold out, and I was disappointed when I ordered it.
I have two.
Yeah, I have two.
Cool.
I posted her link for her.
Oh, you did?
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I just letting you guys talk. I was gonna say you can now post your own link. So there you go. All right, Waffles, let's go.
Can I present my screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. So, for those of you that missed out on DJ's game, I've got a pool game. It'll be my last one for a little while. So far, we have 90 slots left out of 130. So this time, somebody will be getting that Sheldred the Apocalypse foil etched out of the game if we sell out. The grand prize on the wheel is a Bloomborough Play Booster Box, and there's other prizes too, other than just the Play Booster Box. Yes, somebody will win an entire Play Booster Box. And then coming up to be determined, there is also I'm getting it over on the screen now. There's a raffle that I'm doing. It's $2 per ticket. The main prize on that raffle is that Emrakul, the World of New Borderless foil. There's also a Draconic Rage Commander deck and some other stuff being put into the raffle. This is all stuff that I got after the pool game stuff was already put together. So if you miss out on the pool game or you want to get into the pool game and the raffle, you can do both. The way the ticket's going to work is I'm going to get actual physical tickets and write names on them and put them in a box. And then my daughter is going to draw the tickets so that people don't hashtag me.
So no one can be annoyed because a kid pulled it.
Exactly.
That's just wholesome, though.
all the information is on my Patreon. members do get exclusive benefits for the pool game for being a Patreon member. All that stuff is listed in Patreon. I also have a Discord. You can join in and talk in there, and I kind of share some stuff in there. But people on Patreon got to see this a week before I even shilled it out to other people. So you do get exclusive stuff before others. I also do Patreon giveaways once a month. Last month, I still haven't uploaded the video, but somebody got, each person got a MH3 play booster, and the winner with the highest value got an MH3 collector booster.
Nice.
So there is stuff that gets given away for free for Patreon members, all kinds of stuff. And I also have a special thing coming out soon. I don't know when it's going to come out, but it's going to be the Waffle Academy. I'm going to be teaching people that are from beginners all the way up to people who want to play on the Pro Tour. If you want to take your game to the next level, all of that. So that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Yeah, I'll probably be going live after this too, doing a draft.
Okay. Mono.
Yeah.
Chill.
I am one half of Mad Magic TV. I will post it there on YouTube is our main channel. I also have a Instagram. If you search for Mad Magic TV, we do a lot of shows about finance, cards to buy, cards to sell, things going on. With Hasbro, we also screw around a lot. Most of my shorts are like mail days, so where people are popping packs, I'm more like grabbing wild old cards. To me, they're like in my brain, but for a lot of people who haven't been around for a long time, there's 25,000 cards now. I'm always trying to grab the ones that I can, and we're looking forward to a big announcement right around MagicCon time. Thal and I have kind of had it with eBay and TCG Player, and I'm a software developer, and he is a crazy mathematician. And I'll tell you that his picks on the show are pretty amazing. Like the ones that are going up seem to go up, and the ones that go down are going down. And he, when we post these things, it's not like right before the set release. Like he talks about things months in advance, and we're working now to make our own platform for buying and selling Magic cards or trading cards with people, and we think we can keep the commissions. Like eBay and TCG is charging 15% plus, like it's a lot. We think we can get this thing down to like 2 or 3%, and really put a shockwave through the community, And so stay tuned for that. We love everything about this game and the sociability of it. We're posting videos every single week. We try to keep them under 15 minutes or so and talk about the topics with the shorts coming out. So please do go over there. And as I say every time, please like and subscribe us, or, hate and subscribe us. Either one's good.
Oh, yeah, brother. All right, Dan. Oop. There you go.
Hey. My name is KJ Cowboy Dan. I'm your karaoke DJ head in a jar, and I'm here with Mr. DJ Longhair as regularly as I possibly can. And you can follow me on Twitch if you want. I'm there 2 days a week. Should I decide to actively get on my computer and do something other than talk to DJ here. And you can find me hanging out with my new friends, you guys, the Magic community. I'm going to be tomorrow morning on with Super Fast Tortoise.
Nice.
For his morning coffee show.
Awesome. Well, do check that out. I occasionally get on there as well.
You were rocking it this morning.
Well, yeah, I popped in and said hi. Yeah. So again, guys, I know the presentation was horrid, but we are finishing the VIP wheel. I will work on I'll work on it after that. But basically, I'm being lazy because Naughty Bot gets weird on me sometimes. So, like, if I have in a future event, it'll respond to that, but not the current chat. Anyways, I'll get that done so you guys can see. But it'll be 8 p.m. Tomorrow for your East Coast heads, or 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll go ahead and finish the Super VIP wheel for the Loaded Squirrel. We did finish out the game. Good luck, everyone that jumped in. We still have the rest of the wheel to go. So here is the current winners from the game. And again, super thanks for all the support. Here we go. Come on, post, baby. There we go. So we still have the purple wheel to spin out. All the names here are what's on that list. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more prizes to go. So good luck to you guys. Also, the giveaway will be tomorrow. If you guys have not joined in yet, make sure you guys go sign up here. I'll have details for the Facebook and the Discord one as well, if you guys want more chances to win some packs. So that box should be in Monday or Tuesday, at which point we'll know all the winners. I can just get into filming the shorts. And then if you guys are in the pre-order battles, we have the Play Booster battle should be here Saturday. So I'm hoping no matter what time it comes in, hopefully run it probably late night for the Play Booster pre-order battle. Also for the collector's battle should be Monday or Tuesday when it comes in, and I'll make those separate nights, but we'll probably fire the collectors as soon as it comes in. So if you guys are in that, cool, you guys know what's going on, awesome. Other than that, we do this show every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and also late night EDH on Sundays, super late, so it's not just a clever moniker. At 10:20 Pacific Standard Time. So if you guys are a night out, want to get a game in, we're always looking for new players. So do hit us up in the Discord. If you don't have Discord, you can simply email me. We can work it out. But yeah, good times. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. It's been super fun. We talked some Magic. We talked some TCG, all the good things. So yeah, be on the lookout tomorrow. I'll have it done sometime tonight. But do go check out, see if you guys won from the VIP squirrel wheel, or the maybe if you got in on the Bloomborough. But I'm gonna say I'm gonna cut that off at 2, just so you guys can get in on it. You have up till tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we'll definitely be seeing you guys tomorrow to finish that off, and good times. Well, guys, it's been super awesome. Thank you. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and thanks for tuning in. And if you haven't already, please do smash that subscribe and the like for more good times. You guys have a good one.
Thank you, DJ.
For sure.